Do you know what it takes to make $1,000 in profit a week? Making $1,000 a week in profit is not easy, but it's not as hard as you may think. In today's video, I'm going to show you items that you can sell, that you can regularly find everywhere, thrifting, like at Goodwill or garage sales or going to the flea market, and you can turn them to make $1,000 in profit a week. And before we get started, I'm going to give you some stipulations. The math that I'm going to show you is based on a store size of 1,000 items. It is pretty normal with most people, like you guys that are watching, I'm sure that you have around that same amount. So that means that if you have 1,000 items, on average, 1% is what you should be moving. That means it's 10 items a day. So if we do the math, $1,000 divided by 7 days is $142.85 per day. That means if you sell 10 items, all you have to do is sell items that make you $14.28 in profit. Every single item has to make you that amount, more or less. And as long as you make the $142.28 in that day, you make $1,000 in profit. That means that you turn $4,000 every month for yourself, for product and other things, but you make $4,000 in profit for yourself. That's pretty damn good. I know a lot of people don't do that. So this is what I'm showing you today. And for those of you that are new to the channel or have never seen any of my What Sold videos, normally this is not how they work. What I normally do is that I pick a category and I focus on just one category of items. For example, electronics, apparel, kitchen, and so on. That way you can focus. But I also thought that I get this question a lot. How can I make $1,000 so that I can live, so that I can pay my bills, so that I can do all this, whatever you want to do with your money? And this is why I wanted to do this video. So I really hope that you guys take it to heart and you understand what I'm trying to do. Today's video, you're going to see all kinds of products, and all these products you're actually able to find. I am sick and tired of seeing fucking videos showing you products that you'll never find. Oh my God, I sold these Yeezys yesterday. And then I sold another one last week. And I'm the best shoe seller in the world. And it's like, okay, for the average person, where the hell are they going to find those Yeezys? Where are they going to find all that product that is very, very difficult to find? So what I'm doing is showing you products that you can find all the time so that you can put them in your store and make those $1,000. What I also do is that after I show the items in between, I answer questions and look at comments. So if you ever have a comment or a question, leave it down in the comments below. Let's get to it. All right, let's get started. Here we have Crocs Boat Shoes Men's 11 Cove Sport Brown Loafers. I don't wear shit like this. I just think that they're ugly as hell, but that's just me. Bought them for $3.70, sold for $22.57 after I sent an offer out. $9.99 shipping. After fees and everything, I brought home $17.84 minus the $3.70. Let's just call it, what is that, $14.10 or so that I made. That means that it is around what we're supposed to make. Remember, we're supposed to make $14.28. If we make that in every single sale, times 10 per day, you're good to go for the $1,000. Crocs are always a good pickup as long as they don't look all beat up and they have training at the bottom. They're clean. You're good to go to pick them up. And here's our first comment. Ed Cagri Galva says, vi otro de tus videos sobre cómo tomar fotos. Seguí tu método y recorté mis tiempos en un 50%. Muchas gracias. Awesome. So he's saying, he or she, I don't know who this is, but he or she is saying that they watched one of my videos and on how to shoot product faster. After they saw it, they implemented it and they cut their time by 50%. That means that you can list twice as much. Great freaking job. And this person is a new subscriber to the Posse as of, I think, yesterday. And they are referencing new benefit for Posse members. This is a Posse members only video that I sent out, that they get a new benefit. On Wednesdays, I'm going to send out a post where they get to ask one question, and then they get to ask me whatever they want. It doesn't have to be reselling related. It can be on anything, so that we can get the conversation going more on a human level other than, tell me how to make money. Tell me how to make money. I like to do this because I want to get closer to the entire channel. I want to see what everybody's all about. So thank you very much for that, and welcome to the Posse. Keeping on the shoe theme, here we have Converse Chuck Taylor All-Star High. Women's 8.5, white casual. So obviously these can be women's and men's. Actually, it might not be obvious. I don't know if you guys know, but Converse are Converse. A woman and a man can wear them. And essentially what they do, that what they started doing, Converse, is that they put the women's size and then the men's size inside so that you can do both. I bought them for $3.15, sold for $24.99, $12.99 shipping. After fees and everything, I brought home $19.88. Minus the $3, let's just say I brought home 16 bucks in profit. So this one is good to go for our $1,000 a week goal. Great shoes. Converse you can find all the time. You got to make sure that they're not torn, the soles are not coming apart, and you don't have to clean them. Regardless of what anybody else tells you, people are like, oh my God, I have to whiten them. It's going to take too long. Converse are, for the most part, that look can be dirty. People that are grungy, that are more into like maybe metal, like heavy metal, they don't care about having the white shoe all the time. It can have marks. It can be, it doesn't have to be perfect. If you guys notice, I didn't clean shit. I just left them like that and they still sold. So don't spend extra time doing shit that you don't need to be doing. Oh, this is a fun one. At Ryan9. Weapon. Only in America. Even our police don't have weapons in New Zealand. We have a special armed defender squad that is called upon when needed. That's how I heard it. I wanted to put this here because people give me shit all the time for things that are none of their business. But fine. Then, they see it on the video, so they make it their business. Fine. No problem. I'm going to say this to you. I am glad that I have a weapon, and let me give you a scenario. So this is you. You're on the phone, you're talking to somebody, and then you hang up, and then you hear, boss, 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 outside. Oh my God, somebody's trying to break in. You're like, oh, who's going to help me? Let me call the armed defender squad. And then, excuse me, please don't call me. I already called. They're on their way. So please, they're on their way. I don't have any way to defend myself, but please just leave me alone. Ridiculous. That's what you would sound like, because now you don't have a way to defend yourself. So I always carry all the time, and I am very safe. And everybody that is in my house understands weapons and understands how to keep safe. So I think that you are ridiculous for saying shit like that. But whatever, to each their own. Next one, here we have North Face zip-off pants, men's 32-30. I love these. Convertible, lightweight, hiking nylon. Whenever you buy these or whenever you see these, put the word convertible into the title. That is a great keyword. I bought them for $3.88, sold for $27.98, $8.99 shipping. After fees and everything, I brought home $22.18. Minus, let's just say $4. I made $18 in profit. So this one is good to go for our goal. I love these pants. First off, they're North Face. North Face is an excellent brand. Second off, zip-offs sell really well. Even if they're Columbia or Eddie Bauer, there's a bunch of different brands. But North Face is one of the big ones. Whenever you see them, pick them up. Just obviously make sure that nothing's wrong with the crotch, nothing's wrong with the zipper, that they all work, and you're not missing one leg. It's not going to be like only half of the pants and the other side's always shorts. Oh, that cracks me up. And here we have another comment. It's at Rick Stenardo. He is a posse member and he is the highest caliber member. That means that he gets to be with me 2 hours on a live twice a month with the rest of the group, whoever is in the 45 caliber posse members, and they get to ask me whatever they want. They're just 2 hours with me and we go back and forth. We had a great time. And he asked, it's weird, or he said, it's weird. Your last video was about selling more items to prevent losing your top rated seller status. I am in danger of this week as we speak. I have lost or sold twice 5 items in the last 60 days. That's not good. And he says a lot of other things, but I'm not gonna read the whole thing. This is what I tell people all the time. You need to sell small items that sell fast, that even if they break even or make you a little bit of money, that's okay. What you want to do is that you want to pad your transactions. Pad your transactions just means that you're selling a lot of stuff, so that way you have more room to make mistakes, because you don't know what's going to happen. Maybe it's not you, it's the USPS that's always late and they don't scan your products, but eBay doesn't give a shit and the customer sure doesn't give a shit. So you're still going to get dinged for that, and you can lose your top rated seller status. That means that you lose 10% off your final value fees every single month. That's not what you want. So protect yourself. I do have a video, I'm going to link it down below, about how to protect yourself and how to do this. I explain everything right there. And Rick, thank you very much. We'll see you in the next live. I'm going to be sending out the schedule sometime this week. Ah, damn it. This is super cute. For those of you that like vintage stuff, vintage wool bear peasant dress jointed articulating teddy brown with bow. If you notice, it doesn't have a brand. Everybody thinks that you have to have everything branded. It doesn't always have to be branded, as long as people are looking for something within that item. In this case, it's an articulating teddy bear. It is vintage and it is wool. That's basically what people are looking for. And then they just go through the listings. I bought it for 50 cents, sold for $13.75, $8.99 shipping, after fees and everything. I kept $14.88 minus the 50 cents. I made about $14.38. Excellent purchase. These are super easy to send out. You can find stuffed animals all the time. And most people won't even look at these because they think it's just some cheap bear. But if you feel them, they're hard. Those bears are the good ones. They're made of wool and they're stuffed to the brim with, I don't know, whatever they stuffed it with. Sometimes it's cotton, sometimes it's something else that is real packed. But those are awesome. Whenever you see them, I really do recommend you pick them up. They're not going to be overnight sellers, but they do sell. Especially during season, which is Christmas coming up. Next, at Deborah Very King 6441 says, love your philosophy. She is referencing what sold apparel, clothes that sell on eBay. Thank you very much. She is talking about something that I said at the very end. Look, people always complain about scams. They always complain about scams. I see so many videos about scams. Oh my God, I'm going to have to give $100 back. I don't want to sell on eBay anymore. I just want to quit. I'm done. I quit. You see those thumbnails, right? I quit. And it's like, really? How much did you make in a year? And then they tell me, I made $100,000 this year. And then I think, okay, so you made $100,000 and you're focusing on the $100 that you have to give back. Instead of focusing on the $100, why don't you focus on the $100,000 that you made? I mean, come on, man. It's just stupid to do that. It hurts your business. You shouldn't be doing that. Focus on the positive. I know that eBay has problems. I get it. I really do. But they don't have enough problems for me not to want to sell on the platform. But again, that's just me. If you have comments on this otherwise, let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear your thoughts on this. And here's one of my favorite brands. Cool Pants Slacks Men's 3434. I don't like that version of Cool Pants, but I do like this brand. Outdoor Hike, Dad Basic. The word Dad Basic, it works really well because it's like saying the dad bod. Those are like dad pants. Paid $3.88, sold for $33.99, $8.99 shipping, after fees and everything. I kept $23.69. Let's just call it $20 in profit. Cool is an excellent brand, Kuhl. If you didn't know now. You have to pick it up every single time that you see it. Even the t-shirts sell for decent money. I bought a t-shirt like 2 weeks ago for, let's just say, $2. And I was able to sell it for $16 like that, plus $8.99 shipping. That's my standard rate on all clothing, no matter what. And even if people complain, oh my God, your shipping is too high, fine, then don't fucking buy it. Next, at Rebel in the Sky says, hi Damien, reaching out to you because I need advice. Sky is also a member of the posse. She is a high caliber member and she reached out because she had a great sale. First off, let me say congratulations, Sky, for that $700 sale. It was a Michael Jackson Thriller genuine leather jacket. Excellent. I would love to see that jacket. I bet it was super cool. But she reached out because she was unclear on how to take care of a high-end transaction like that. How to ship it, what you should do, how to pay for insurance, whether you need signature confirmation or not. And let me just say, whenever you get a high transaction like this, like a high price point, you do your best to package it as beautifully as possible without overdoing it. But even if you want to overdo it, that's fine. It's a $700 sale. Package it as best as possible. Make sure that when you're going to ship it, when you're going to print the label, click insurance, put the amount of insurance that you, like the maximum amount that you can put. In this case, is going to be $700. And then also include signature. You don't always have to do signature, but I recommend it on something like this so they don't say that it never got delivered. So if you have a signature, the USPS, UPS, or FedEx won't leave it unless it has a signature, unless somebody's there to receive it. That confirms that somebody was there and it was received by someone. It was taken in. I also recommend using UPS for this transaction. FedEx is a shit company to give you money back when something gets lost. And that's just my experience. They might be better with you guys, but I'm just telling you right now, that's what happened to me. USPS is even worse because it's part of the government. So the government's out to you anyways, so why would you use them? UPS, in my eyes, is the best company to do or to use for these high-end items. Next, here we have H&B Powerbuilt Citation 5 Wood Golf Club. For those of you that buy sporting good equipment, this is a good one. Now, let me be very specific about golf clubs. This does not sell fast, and you should be careful buying really old clubs like this one. This is not super old, but this is not common. So not a lot of people are looking for these. You really got to know your clubs when you're buying things that are made out of wood, like clubs that are made out of wood. Because you can buy a lot of shit ones that are not going to sell ever. They're just going to sit there. So please be careful. In this case, I paid $3.50. I sold it for $22.97, $14.99 shipping. After fees and everything, I brought it home $17.53 minus the $3.50 that I paid. Let's just say I made $13.50 in profit. That is very close to the $14.28 that we said that we needed for the $1,000 goal. I'll take it anyways. Golf clubs are an excellent buy for those of you that know what they're doing. I do have a video coming up, maybe not this week, but the following week. I shot a video of clubs that I just bought on how to clean them. I talk about what to look for, price points, what golfers are looking for so that you can understand what to buy. And just be on the lookout for that. I'm not sure when I'm going to release it because I'm trying to get like a library of videos. Because sometimes this shit gets really hard for me to be shooting all the time and running a successful business of reselling. Because first and foremost, I am a reseller. So my business comes first, my reselling business anyways. So I'm trying to get a library, but once that comes out, it's going to be a great one for you guys to watch. Next question, Ed Mudcud says, what do you do when you're the buyer and the seller doesn't respond? They are referencing, do you know this weird trick to get eBay UPS claims paid out fast? This was a customer, not a seller, that was watching this video. And I told them simply this. First thing and foremost, what customers should do and what they're going to do is that they contact customer service or eBay customer service. eBay will contact you and then they'll tell you like, hey, they contacted us, can you help out this customer and figure it out between each other. If that doesn't happen, if you can't do anything to help them, then at that point, they're going to say, okay, they're going to open a case, which is going to hold your money, whatever you sold, it's going to hold that money until the case is resolved. Whatever the case resolution is, until then, it's either the customer's going to win and they get their money back, or you're going to win, you keep the money, and everybody's happy or unhappy or whatever, right? But until then, the money is on hold, so please be careful with that. And third, and what they can do, and sometimes they do, is that they contact their financial institution, that means their bank. And they might be able to say, hey, this item never arrived, or he's scamming me, or, many different things, right? This sometimes sucks for us as sellers because they might be taking advantage of us. They're like, oh, let me just, tell the bank that it never came in. And, who cares? As long as you have communication on the back end, that means that you have all your messages screenshotted and kept. You have confirmation that it actually got there, like tracking confirmation that it got there. eBay will protect you. And for those of you that are going to start talking shit, because they always talk shit to me, the eBay doesn't protect us, and oh my God, like last week's video that I talked about, they do protect you. Look at the screen. This was a current message that was sent to me from eBay from last week's problem that I had told you guys. I think somebody's trying to screw me. Well, they are trying to screw me, or they were, but eBay protected me. Now eBay will take care of that on their own. I already got my money because of eBay seller protection. So for those of you that don't believe in eBay, there's your proof right there. Keeping along the theme with sporting goods, look at this. Cascade CS Youth Lacrosse helmet. Lacrosse merchandise, lacrosse sticks, helmets, pads, all that does make money. I bought it for $5.88, sold for $29.99, $12.99 shipping after fees and everything. I don't remember because I actually refunded this, and the refund wasn't an issue. It's because it didn't fit. Like the helmet didn't fit on the kid, and then it got lost in the mail, so I just gave him a refund and I took a hit for it. But it does sell. These things sell fast. It sold within one day for $30, $12.99 shipping. If you are selling helmets, though, make sure that there's no cracks and that they have like a label on the back, like a safety label, because now you are held liable for selling shit that may not work and some kid, can get into an accident. So please be careful when you are doing that, but they do sell and they do make money. I'm going to consider this a woohoo, a thumbs up on our 1428 goal for our $1,000 a week profit. Next question, at SSHI5KB. Man, you guys need to get better names. And thank you very much for watching my videos, but come on, get a better name that's easier to read, please. You're awesome. What kind of type of string do you use when you hang the hanger? They're referencing how to shoot clothing photos faster on eBay. I don't use, they said that they use a fishing line, and I don't use fishing line. I understand why people want to use fishing line because you can't see it. But if you think about it, you're hanging like that. This is the hanger and the fishing line goes up here. If you're shooting, like if you can see the fishing line, like why the hell can you see the fishing line? Why are you shooting so high? You shouldn't need to shoot that high. So I use a sturdy white string, un cordón. Like it's just a string that you use to tie things down when you're, like let's just say that you picked up wood from Lowe's or Home Depot and you use it to tie things down. You use it to tie trees to make them go straight up. It's just one of those strings that you use for everything. You can find it pretty much anywhere. Walmart, Home Depot, Lowe's, pretty much any parts store, you can find it. That's what I use. And the reason I do that is because it doesn't get tangled and it's sturdy as hell. I pull on that sucker and it's never come apart. Moving on to the kitchen category, I love these. Gourmet Traditions Full Chef's Cutlery Knives Cuisine. If you notice, it says mom. My mom bought these for me. She gave them to me. She never wants to take any of my money. But she bought these at, I think like it was a Goodwill or something, maybe a garage sale in where she lives in the Rio Grande Valley near the Texas and Mexico border. And she's like, hey, mijo, I'm going to buy these for you. I'm going to give them to you so you can sell them. I did. So I paid $0 for them. I sold them for $24.94, $12.99 shipping after fees and everything. I brought home $23.27. So first thing, gracias, ama, se vendieron de bolón. And I kept all that money. I just said, thank you very much. They sold fast. Cutlery is a good pickup. You just have to check out for the brand. There's a bunch of shit brands that nobody wants, but this is a full set. Let's just say that somebody bought it like, well, why would they buy cheap ones like this? Because they do look cheap. But maybe they bought it for camping. You have your good ones at home, and then you buy these to put them in your camping provisions so that you can take, that way you don't ruin your good knives. I don't do that. When I go camping, I take my good knives and I have a chef's bag. It's a roll bag. And then I use them there. But that's just me. I like to have my product with me. And, if I ruin it, I ruin it. But this is a good item to buy for that reason. I didn't include it on here, but you can put prepper or prepping. That's a great keyword because people need this when they're prepping for, when shit hits the fan. Next comment. I like this one and I brought it up because of this. I don't like, not that I don't like, but I don't want people to get negative. And I'm really doing this for you at Tronzoid. I want to do this for you so that you can understand not to get negative about stuff like this. He says, I started selling stuff on eBay this year and realized how it just uses the same gimmicks as social media companies, more activity and paying for their services and how you get noticed, which is dumb because I'm just trying to unload stuff. And he says other things. Think about it from a business perspective. If you own the business, do you want people to just sell one item? Or do you want to kind of hook them, not in a bad way, but hook them to where they get excited to sell one item and 2 and 3 and 4 and 10 and 1,000 and keep going? As a businessman, you're thinking, man, the more they sell, the more I get in fees, the more I make. So why not? This is called capitalism. So you can't be mad at them for doing that. If you are going to be choosing to be on a platform, you can't be talking shit about the way that they run it. And if you do want to talk shit, fine. Then you can just get off the platform. This is just friendly advice so that you don't get negative and you don't get down when things like this happen. Yes, they do want you on the platform all the time, touching everything, listing more product, making sure that your pricing is correct all the time. But for us that are full-time resellers, obviously you are not, but for us that are full-time resellers, it becomes a little easier for us to digest that, for us to say, you know what, this is what it is, and this is going to be my life for a while until I get money from somewhere else, and that's what it is. Woo! Finally, electronics. I love this one. InStyler Rotating Iron Electric Straightening Brush, the IS1001. I've sold a bunch of those, and they always sell. I've never not sold them. I bought them for $6, and you can always find them at Goodwill for around the same price. Sold for $23.94, $8.99 shipping after fees and everything. I brought home $27.58. That means that I brought actual profit in about $21. This is excellent. It's just a cool brush. I mean, if you don't have long hair like I do, but if you have long hair, you wouldn't know. But this is a good pickup. You just have to make sure that you test it. Don't send out shit without testing it. That specific model you should be looking for. And it sold for $23.94 because I sent out an offer. It actually sells for, or it can sell for about $28 to $32. It's an expensive piece of electronics. The next question, @mushroom.madness says, had an old marble and granite chest set growing up with my grandfather. Makes me wonder if it's specific manufacturers or if woodworking your own boards would be worth the time. They are referencing, do chest sets sell online? It was a short that I shot. First off, if you guys don't know me, I love chest sets. I love them. I collect a bunch of them. Collect pieces and boards as well. I can have one board and a bunch of different pieces. I just love the pieces mostly. But the boards have a lot of technique that goes into them too. It is not easy to make boards for sure. But if you're a woodworker already, it might not be hard for you. You have to just cut everything right. You have to plane them. Basically, they're like strips of wood in different colors of wood. They put them together, they glue them, they plane them or make them all flat and nice, and to where it looks like little squares, squares of opposite color. They make the board, and then they seal it, and then they sell them. You can make a crap ton of money with chess. Chess has been around for a long time. I think, don't quote me on this, but I think thousands of years. So chess sets will always sell, and it is one of the best games with infinite possibilities for moves that you can ever play. I recommend anybody, if you really want to push your brain, learn chess and play with other people or play online. It's awesome. Oh, and I do recommend you try it because you can make money and people will pay up for it. As long as it's good materials, people will pay up for it. And last but not least, for those of you that like jewelry, here you go. Vintage sterling silver parrot screwback earrings, green calcite, Mexico. Malachite, 1 inch. These were great. I love these, and they were tiny. They were like this big. I bought them for $5. Sold for $24.63, $5.99 shipping after fees and everything. I brought home $25.69, so $20 in profit. Again, which is over the $14.28 per day that we need to make $1,000 in profit in 1 week. These are awesome. And if you notice, they look kind of, I'm assuming that's like Mayan, Aztec. I don't know a lot about the tribes in Mexico, but they're just gorgeous. I really like these. And the screwbacks, they're awesome because you don't have to have your ears pierced. They're great. And the last comment, I wanted to leave this one because it made me happy. It really did. @Hen Whisperer says, I think you are the best YouTube reseller teacher. Well, thank you very much. I really do try my best, and I put my whole heart in it. She says, I'm a newbie and sold 3 things this week. Excellent. I love that. I know that a lot of us already sell 20, 30, 50 items, 100 items a day or in a week or whatever, right? But remember, you weren't always there. You started selling 1 item and then 3 and then 9 and then it kept going. So we need to recognize people that are just starting out. We need to help each other as best as possible. So whenever you see anything in the comments and it's somebody that's new and they're asking something that makes you think, how do you not know that? Don't forget that they might not have the experience that you do. So be nice and always try and be helpful. Of course, they'll reach out to me and I'll be helpful, but we should all do it together because there might be some things that I don't know and you guys do. And that's why I love it when you guys send me information that I'm like, oh shit, I didn't know that. Now I do, and I always thank you for it. So that is it, everybody. If you sell 10 items because you have 1,000 items listed in your store and on average 1% of your store moves every single day, if those items sell for about $14.28 in profit, that means that the average price point is going to be about $25, depending on your cost of goods, of course. But around $25, you're going to be good to go. That means that you're going to make $1,000 a week. That means $4,000 a month, which is a decent wage so that you can actually live somewhere other than in New York or parts of California, which are the really expensive cities, or even Austin. But for the most part, you can live a good life almost anywhere in the US. I hope that this helps you, and I hope that it encourages you to find products like this to keep moving forward. To continue to support the channel, you can always buy a shirt, a hat, or a logo sticker from the store below. You can also become members of the Resolutions Posse, which I just mentioned earlier, so you can enjoy perks like member shoutouts, advanced video viewing, and much more depending on your level. And it can cost you less than gas station coffee. As always, give this video a like, share this with anybody that needs to see it, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already so you don't miss awesome videos like this. See you in the next one. Peace and cheers, players. Oh, my girl is the best. This is my own, or her own concoction for me. It's awesome. It tastes so freaking good. I love the rim glass. I've become so bougie, I swear, over the years. Now I won't drink a beer from the can when we're at home. She's like, oh my God, can I just give you a can? I said, hell no. Cold glass, that means that glass has to be in the motherfucking refrigerator, in the freezer. She takes it out, she rims it for me, she pours it nicely, and then she brings it. And I love her for that. We do all kinds of shit for each other, as you should with your significant other. Always support each other because we need each other. And if you stayed to the end, I'm going to say something about this. Pinches chinos. This is a Chinese piece of shit brand. It's actually an excellent brand, DJI, but this is a horrible setup. The audio from today is echoey because I'm using the freaking microphone from the damn phone instead of my awesome mic that I paid for $280 for this setup. It's not cheap. You would expect more from this. This thing right here is how it connects to my phone. The microphones still work and they sound great, but now that would give me an extra step for me to actually edit the audio into my video, and I don't want to do any of that. I didn't pay for that. I paid for that shit to work. So if DJI is watching this, you for making a shit product like this. Now there's a second version of this, which I'm not going to buy. I went over to a different company, and that's what you get for making a shit product like this. I've had it for 8 months, which is not a long time, and it's already out. Stupid. So I'm going to sell everything except for that missing piece, or the piece that doesn't work, and I'm going to get my money back, and with that, I'm going to pay for my new ones, which you guys will see in future videos. Pinches chinos. Hey, my baba, what you do, my little baba video, but another baba. Charlie likes it when I talk to him like that. He's just chilling. My blind dog. Sometimes he's on the wall, like he's looking at the wall, and it just makes me feel so sad. I don't know why. I mean, he's totally fine and he's a happy dog, but it makes me feel sad because he's just looking at the wall, and I'm like, oh. So I have to move him, and I tell him, hey, be with the family. So I bring him over and I put him on the couch or wherever we're at. He's awesome.